Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Prison Architect, returning to the Gangland prison. Let's take a look at the needs. Now that we have the library up and running, it looks like we still have some literacy issues, but hopefully that will be addressed sometime in the future. Another thing I have to think about, though, is assigning jobs, and it looks like I've already done that. I wasn't sure if I did that over here or not. Okay, so I think it's time now to plan for... Well, first off, do I have any intake coming in? No, I don't. Okay, good. I think plan for the next cell block. As a matter of fact, now that I think about it, I don't have any windows for this cell block here, and I want to add that in before I forget. I guess we might as well have time run while I do this. Flip it around, and we'll do the outside. Alright, now it's time to do the planning. So, just a reminder of how big these cell blocks are. We've got 25 by 26. So we're going to go 2 away, and then draw out 25 by 26. And there we have it. And then we're going to need to find roughly the middle, so I'm going to guess that's about right. I'm off a little bit. Okay, well, there's the middle. Either way you cut it. There we go. Alright, and I guess it doesn't really particularly matter where the middle was. I keep forgetting because you just need to do that. And that, we can figure out where the other set of doors is. Something's not right there. Probably where the middle... No? Something's definitely wrong. Maybe where I drew this. Yeah. I was just a little bit out. There we go. Alright. I think that... Hard to tell. I'm trying to draw it as close as possible. But we'll find out in a second if I was right with that sizing. Looks like it's right, so perfect. And we just need to draw out the rest of the cells. And then the shower area. Oops. And one more. Alright, and then we have the shower area, which is going to be there. Okay, so that cell block is more or less set up. We just have to cut out the doors. And we're ready to lay down some foundation. Oops. There we go. Alright, foundation time. No, this money's going to be tight for the cell block, I think. Go ahead and get the jail doors here. One there, and one there. And I guess I'll go ahead and get the concrete tiles out at a time. Alright, well, there's the beginning of the next cell block. And once this cell block's done, we'll have the next grant complete. And then it's just a matter of waiting until some of my other grants finish. Like, for instance, the prison manufacturing, I just have to wait until 30 license plates get finished. One thing I do need to check on, did I have workshop safety? Okay, so we're having some issues with programs. And people queuing up for them, it looks like. Oh, okay, the tasers are costing us quite a bit of money, so we're going to have to watch out for that. Alright, so I'm going to continue with my process of upgrading prisoners over time. Oh, one thing I definitely need to do is I need to set up the other metal detector over here, so let's see. I should have one in storage already. There it goes. And then utilities we're going to need. I guess I might as well just drag it over to there. And then up. And around. And down. I don't really have to loop that like that, but I did it anyway. Okay, so there's that utility. Now we'll get the large pipe. Alright. I'm gonna have to take things slow and just make sure we're not gonna run out of money. So I'm gonna probably draw out the construction of this cell block a little bit more than necessary. And as a matter of fact, what I might do is just focus on finishing this small little area in the middle here and getting some prisoner intake. Or at least just setting it up so we get the grant finishing. Alright, I'm just going to do that much, just so we have some sameness. Okay, and objects. We're going to need drains. We don't really need it, but I like to have it. And let's grab some utilities here. We'll do small pipes. Have them go across. Oh, what was that awful noise? Pretty loud noise. Sounded like something was breaking. Okay, and then we're gonna need... Alright, well, I'm gonna take a look here. Something happened with the power. What, did the two lines mix or something? It shouldn't have. Oh, they did. That's easy to fix. Okay, so what I need to do is dismantle utilities that hook the two together. See, you can't have the two power grids meet up. Otherwise, that happens. And I'd like to make this a high priority, so what is it? It's control left click. Because otherwise, neither of the power grids will work. As soon as we break the connection at all, it will give it to us, the power back on. Okay, that should do it. So now I just need to turn the power on. And switch on. There we go. That's just another... It's just an annoying thing you have to keep an eye out for, is that you don't have any issues with power connecting. Let's go ahead and put the beds in there. I think I was about to put toilets in. I don't remember if I did or not. I'm going to assume I didn't because I don't see them out. And otherwise, it wouldn't allow me to place things if I had already done so. Okay, and then we need sprinklers to finish it all off. Again, need and want are, I guess, different things, but I want to have sprinklers, so there you go. And then as soon as we have the cells more or less set up, I'll go ahead with the rest. I'm fairly confident, though, that I will have enough money to at least wall off the shower area. So I'll go ahead and do that. And we'll get the drains as well. Alright, I got distracted from what I was going to do, which was start separating people out. Alright, what time is it? What is the regime? Okay, yard time. See, this is too much yard population right now. I gotta get more people and max sec to balance out. Alright, so we've got 11 years. You're almost done with that sentence, though. Trafficking. 5 years. 8 years. 10 years. You're in a gang, so I gotta watch out. 10 years. 5 years. 3 years. 5 years. 8 years. Just trying to find the guys that have long sentences like this guy. Alright, so this guy, I think, is going to get upgraded. I know this is probably not the best time to upgrade him, but I'll do it while I'm paying attention to things. Alright, here we got another guy. Arson. Yeah, that's a good candidate. So we'll go ahead and make that max sec. Yard time is good for me because this way I can actually keep an eye on, well, I can look at a lot of the different prisoners. Alright, so we got another arson. Alright, well, I guess you get max sec upgraded if you're an arsonist. Okay. Alright, I think I've looked at this group enough. Although this is another arsonist too. What the hell? You can be max sec too. Yeah, yard time works really nicely at finding guys, going through the population. Another gang member. I'm going to have to take a look at my gangs here. I'm trying to remember, what is that under? Gangs, yeah. So, the red gang is the biggest. And I believe I put the red gang... Was it the red gang or the blue gang that I had max sec? Well, I have green gang member here as max sec. No, red gang is medium sec. I think it's the blue gang that I have max sec. Yeah. I don't know where the other blue guy is. Oh, over here. Yeah, so blue and green are max sec. Red is medium. And I'm trying to keep it that way. I'm just going to have to be mindful of that so that we don't accidentally do stuff. Okay, so everything's installed except for the jail doors. So that should be... nice and easy to do. And I'll go ahead and set up the rooms. So I think when they install the jail doors, they'll be automatically open because this is a cell. And as soon as we get those doors, they'll start counting. We must have had people getting released here because I don't think anyone's died lately. Yeah, no one's died lately. Yeah, 2 prisoners have been released. Alright, well, we'll have to see our grading once we get to that. Oh, you know what? I should get some intake here. So, intake. We'll take 5 for now, because that's how many we can hold. But we'll probably bring that up. There we go. So we need 10 now. Okay, so that is our current intake. Alright, so now it's time to work on the other walls and things. Oh, and I do want to get another grant here. So let's see. What's the next grant? Cell block D, which is 200 capacity. That might be the upper limits of this prison. I'm not exactly sure. There's probably some things I can do to get it up higher than that, but we can at least take the money for it. Why not? Gives us money to finish off the cell block here for sure. And I might just go ahead and work on the next cell block, or work on the office for the behavioral management that I haven't been able to do. I just want to see what it takes to actually get that done. I'm going to assume we need a separate office, one that's not being used by a staff member. And we're going to need to put a bunch of chairs in there so people can visit. I just don't know where I'd put it. Probably somewhere over here. Oh, that guy was just trying to walk by and he got caught. Oh, and I do want to lock these open, I realize. So we're going to go ahead and lock open. Ooh. There we go. Lock open. And lock open. And then I also want some deployment here. A couple guards. Okay. So let's get on the objects now that the walls are getting done. And I still have the utilities for the shower to do, so I might as well get on the shower. So that we can figure out where the utilities need to go, although it's usually not that hard to figure out. Okay. Now we need beds. The thing that's probably going to cost me a lot of money is just finishing off the cells with flooring. And then we need toilets. Should already have the utility hookup, but you know what? I'll double check that here in a second. Once we have all the toilets and sprinklers and other things that we need. Anyway, I'm going to have to set up utilities for the shower, and I know that. Okay. Utilities. No, I have not set up any of that, so I think I was just trying to save money. Time. Oh, we're missing a large pipe here. There we go. And then we need... Okay, that should do it. Now let's go ahead and do the flooring, I guess. So we need mosaic floor. Do that across. There as well. And over here. Out of curiosity, I just want to make sure 3 prisoners have been released. Good. All right. And then we need the white tiles for the shower area. Okay. think we may have enough money for the next cell block, honestly. All right, so what's the prisoner population looking like? We've got 33 and 60, so 33 high risk, 60 normal. I'd like to get even more than that, probably somewhere around 40 for the max sec people. Because we're getting, you know, closer and closer to 50-50. That's kind of hard to click on guys that are nearby something else. Oh, you know what? Violent disorder and rioting, you're going to get max sect. And what about you? 12 years. I mean, okay, we'll do that. I mean, he's got a decent length sentence. He's not really particularly violent, but... Okay, these are all short sentences. Oh, here we go. Assaulting an officer, that's automatic. Oh, he's already max sec. Okay, well, that... I can't really tell when they're in bed what security level they are. It's just something I have to... Well, that guy's almost out. Maybe waiting parole. Alright, you're already max sec. I mean, that guy had a decent sentence, but... I mean, this guy looks cool, but... His sentence is not particularly long, or there's not a lot left over to it. Carjacking. You're already in max sec. You're a gang member, so I'd... Okay, what do we got here? No, that guy's already in max sec. Alright. I've been through most everybody in that cell block. Alright. We've got a lot of things installed in here, so I'm going to go ahead and draw these out as cells. Over here. Because they're mostly done. I'm going to go ahead and grab the jail doors. Put them in. We might be able to squeeze in some more intake before time runs out. Matter of fact, how much more time do we got? About a little under 3 hours. So if they can get the jail doors installed in 3 hours time, we'll be good to go. All right. So those are both medium sec people. Now, I could also segregate them into purely max sec or whatever cell blocks, but I'm not going to do that. Manslaughter, you can be max sec. Another arsonist, we already have a max sec, though. I can't click on this person very easily. Rioting, yeah, you're going to be max sec. Even if you don't have that much of a sentence left. Okay, you're already max sec. You're in a gang, so... Leave you as is. Okay, we got rioting, assaulting an officer, and rioting. Those are... Oh, aren't you... You're already max sec, but... Doesn't show on his uniform. And he must be like a special guy. I'm guessing like the guys with the cooler... little picture are special characters. I don't know. It doesn't say anything about him character-wise. I might have to get snitches and stuff to figure that stuff out. Alright, well. I'm going to assume that this is just, oh, people need to take showers, people need to eat food kind of stuff. And, it'll go down. Some of that is the fact that max sec and medium sec guys are on separate schedules, so we're going to have to wait a little while. Oh, did I miss the intake? No, I didn't. So we can have let's see, 19, I guess. And over here, we need to... I don't think this is going to happen in time. So, rooms, cells, go across. And then we need objects, jail door. Yeah, I didn't plan this prison out for what kind of capacity we'd get. I was just trying to think about nice, efficient setup and lowering incidences of violence. Now I could put like a smaller jail block in, or cell block in here, make it maybe a special one. But I honestly think maybe one more cell block, and considering that we're getting about 24 per cell block, I don't know. I don't think there's a way that we're going to get 200 out of this jail, not unless we expand territory or something, which is possible to do through this. That would be land expansion, which only costs 1,000. Let's go ahead and do that. I didn't do that in the previous playthrough. I just want to see what exactly it does. So we'll go ahead, and we've got a little under a day. Maybe I'll be able to get some intake in here. I don't know. No, here's the... Actually, I misread that. That's for the next day. Well, I'm going to go ahead and turn the intake off until I figure out what we need. And I think it's time to hire more guards, but I'm going to wait until the prisoners actually show up. Alright, so I'm going to put out 1 and 2 and 3. Alright, that's probably the extent of the guards. I'm not going to get any more than that. Did we get an insect guy? Why does he have different clothes? Do we have to just wait for him to... He is a special character. Maybe he'll get switched into a uniform. Might as well take this time to check these guys out and see if any of them are good candidates for MaxSec. How about you? You're visiting people? What do you do? Just trafficking. Okay. Ooh, we got a gang member. I'm going to have to take a look at our proportion of gangs here. So intelligence, gangs. All right, so the blue gang now has 3 members, and I'm trying to remember. Blue gang is one of the ones I need to have MaxSec, so let's go ahead and close out of that. Grab this guy. We're just automatically going to make him MaxSec. Okay, good. Just have to stay on top of the gang members. All right. And needs-wise, let's take a look at that. We're starting to get kind of crowded here. It's mostly food that's a problem. I assume that's going to go away soon. How about you guys? Anyone here screaming out to me that you're a douche or something? No, doesn't look like we are going to have any issues. All right, 5 prisoners have been released. What are you up to, mister? You know, when stuff like that happens, I wonder about contraband. Search him. I also probably need to change my patrol routes, I realize. So, guard patrol. Let's switch it up here a little bit. I'm going to remove this bit. Have them go along here. And through here. You know what? I'll have them even come down this tighter path here. You know what? Never mind. We'll have them come through here. And We'll put one more guard on here. Oops. There we go. And maybe another armed patrol here. Because I should have 5 armed guards. We even put a dog patrol on this as well. I might want to up the armed guard count a little bit, though. So, I'll do 1 more. Okay. I think I made this staff only, but he just wanted to clean that little bit out in front of the door. All right, well, I think we can do our intake now, so we'll do another 10. Because that's what we've got room for. And then part of my thing is, do I actually take MaxSec people? Well, there aren't any, so it doesn't really matter if I took MaxSec people because there aren't any to take. All right, well, anyway, I think it's, ooh. Probably a good point to put a cut in the video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.